Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to our lecturer and fellow friends. We are the sixth group from CS240, and today we're going to present our ISP550 project. Now, without further ado, let's proceed.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today our group will present about Flight Kitchen Management System. My name is Ahmad Aslam bin Yamani. Um, in the slideshow, our member names. Our project title is Flight Kitchen Management System. In this slide, our group will present about objective, problem, and use case diagram of the flood kitchen. And also in the slide list a few of reference of the flood kitchen management system. Uh, for detailed explanation of every section that I mentioned earlier, will be present by others presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faik. So today I will present for my part, which is problem statement. There are few problem statements that we need to face for this flight kitchen management. The first one is during peak hours, the restaurant did not have enough staff to manage it properly. They need something to manage. They need to manage kitchen, ordering food, booking, and service at the same time. And if they continue to do that for long term, it will cause problem during the process, which needs to be perfect for the customers. The second one is a various date reservation would cause for unwanted overlap booking. It's need to make sure that the date is right for the customers to avoid colliding dates and meets between them. It will give hard time to the customers. The third one is lack of management could cause problems like insufficient ingredient, which will affect the order. The food will be served not in a good condition, which is not fresh. It can lead to food poisoning for customers, and the kitchen will get the bad review from the customers, because when it comes to the kitchen, the food is the number one. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shafi Azmi, and I will continue for the project objective. Our group have highlighted two main objectives from this project. The first one is the application should be able to manage customer order, thus helping the restaurant's owner. The next one is the application should help customers in booking for reservation. So it will be more helpful for the customer when they are making any reservation at the restaurant.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Burhanuddin bin Zakaria, and now I want to present about the use case diagram. And as you can see, for the first one is the registration. It is just for to the new or the first user want to log in into our application. They must to register a new account, and if they already have an account, they must to just log in into our account. And for the second, is our use case diagram show the manage the staff, and is owner of the Floyd kitchens will manage the new crews that work into the Floyd kitchen, and the owners of the Floyd kitchen will be monitoring all crews. And the third one is the manage order and dine in. Kitchen staff will take order from the customer, and the food will send to them, or to be sent to the customer. And next is the use of ingredients. Our total of ingredient use is very very fresh food or fresh yet to serve to the customer. And I hope I hope the customer will like and enjoy our menu. And after that is the manage reservation and making the reservation. It is about the take a reserve from the customer, and it will check the available date and time. If the customer make a reservation, it will the system will check the available of the date and the time. And the last one is the sorry. And customer will reserve the table if the date and time is available for them. And the last one is the payment of the bed. And each customer can make a payment, or or customer must to make a pay the bills from this from this use case diagram. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to proceed with the prototype demo. For the first one, I'm going to present on the customer's app prototype. On the first picture on the left is the first interface, which is on the registration part. For the user that haven't been used to the apps, they will be shown this interface, which require them to either sign in or register to the apps. For those that need to register, they need to key in their email, username, and password. And after that, they need to click on the register button. Then, after register becomes successful, it will change the interface to inform the user that the registration has been applied successfully. After that, when they click continue, it will bring them to another interface, which require them to log in before they using the apps. Next, after the user has logged in into the apps, it will show the main display, which will show the menus to the user. The user also could check their personal information on the main interface, and they could also edit the necessary information that they wanted to change. On the third picture is the reservation interface. On the reservation interface, the user can decide how many adults and kids that they want to bring for the reservation, and they also could set the date and time on when they want to do the reservation. And they also have the request option, which allow them to make any personal requests before they come into the reservation. And after they satisfy with the option, they can click the submit, and then the interface will show the reservation result to the user as a reminder for their decision. Next is the menu interface. From the menu interface, the user can go to the menu interface by tapping on the menu section. The menu interface will show the menus that is available for the user. If the user click one of the menu, it will display the menu details, and the user could also add to cart the menu according to the quantity that they like. After they satisfy with their order, they can go to the checkout, and it will show the checkout interface. On the checkout interface, it will remind the user on their order, and it also will ask the user for their contact information and payment method. After the user fill up all the necessary requirements, they can submit their order, and it will bring them to the next interface, which is the receipt interface. On the receipt interface, it will shows that the customer's orders have been confirmed, and it will remind the user about their orders, their contact info, and their payment method. And that's all for the customer's app prototype. Next, we're moving on to the staff's app prototype. Just like the previous prototype, the staff's app prototype also have the registration interface. For the old staffs, they can simply sign in before using the apps. But for the new staffs, they need to register before they start using the apps. They need to key in their email, username, and password, just like before they're using the apps. And after they register, it will show a new interface which will inform the new staffs that they had managed to register with the Floyd's apps. Next is the login interface. For the staff that already registered with the apps, they can simply log in, which will bring them to this interface. After they key in their username or email and their password, they can simply log in to the main interface. For the main interface, it will show them the date and the shift of the staff. From the main interface, they also could check the order request, the reservation, and the food stock. Other than that, the user could also edit their personal information, just like the customer's app prototype. Now, we're moving on to the next interface. The next one is the order request. From the main interface, we can choose the order request icon, which will bring us to this interface. On the order request, it shows us the pending order, the accepted order, and the finished order. And on the pending order, we can see that it shows the date, the time, the menu, and the contact info that for the user that made the order. The pending order also allows the staff to accept or decline the order. If they decline the order, it will remind the customers about this decision. And if they accept the order, it will move to the accepted section for the order to be made by the other staffs. For the next interface is the reservation interface. The reservation interface could also be accessed from the main interface by clicking on the reservation button. As we can see, it also shows the pending, accepted, and finished. On the pending section, it shows the staff on one of the reservation, which should display the time, the date, and also the contact info with the reservation size, with the party size. This allows the staff to set up the table for the reservation size needed. For the last interface is on the food stock. The food stock interface could also be accessed from the main interface, just like the other two interfaces. The food stock will show the staff on the food needed, on the stocks of the food that needs to be refilled or not. As we can see from the interface, some of the food that already out of stock will be bold in red to remind the staff to purchase the necessary stock. And if it almost out of stock, it will bold in yellow to remind the user that the item is almost out of stock. While the other ingredients that's still in a good amount of stocks, it will be bold in green to ensure the staffs that they still don't need to worry about the stocks that need to be refilled. That's all from me. Thank you. Last but not least is the reference for our project. I guess that's all from our group. Thank you for watching.